Am I audible? Students, am I audible? Okay. So today we are going to discuss two small topics, which is error control and flow control, and then we will go towards error detecting and correcting codes. Right. So So all of us know that this error control is the functionality of the data link layer. So how particular things are done in order to control the errors, right? So there are some error detecting techniques and there are some error correcting techniques. Apart from these techniques, what else we have for error control? First thing that we have is the acknowledgement. Right. So we may have two types of acknowledgement. One is positive acknowledgement and the second is negative acknowledgement. Right. So positive acknowledgement, we all know that if a packet is successfully transmitted and receiver has received it, it will send the receiver will send the positive acknowledgement to the sender, right? And what is the negative acknowledgement? If a packet is corrupt or a packet is somewhat manipulated and receiver has detected that manipulation and receiver will be sending this negative acknowledgement to the sender, right? So we have some error detection techniques. Using these techniques, receiver will come to know that yes, the particular packet or particular frame is corrupted, right? So it will request the sender to resend the frame, right? Then we have a timer. If your packet or a frame does not reach at all, your sender will set a timer and wait for some time. If acknowledgement does not arrive, the sender will retransmit the frame, right? So second thing that we have the timer, right? And because of retransmission, there is a possibility of a duplication, right? So in order to control the duplication, we have sequence number. Right. So the sender will be attaching a sequence number to tell the receiver that this frame is duplicated and sent to you, right? So that receiver will accept only one of the frame and discard the rest of the late received frames, right? So these things, I think all these things are already clear to you. So we are going forward to some error detection techniques. Yes, and one more thing is there, flow control. Right, so there are basically two types of flow control. First one is feedback based flow control, and the second one is rate based flow control. Right. So in the first one, the feedback based flow control, your receiver sends back the information to the sender. Okay, so your receiver will be sending back the information to the sender, giving it the permission to send more data frames, or at least it will send how the receiver is receiving the frame or not, right? So assume that when a sender sends some kind of frame and receiver receives that frame, And if the receiver is having more capacity to receive the frame, just a minute. Okay, so suppose the receiver has received this frame and receiver is having more capacity to receive the frames. Receiver will send the feedback to the sender that yes, you can send more frames, right? So it will send feedback. And the second one, rate-based flow control. This protocol has a built-in mechanism that limits the rate at which sender may transmit the data, right? So without using the feedback from the receiver, it will be able to control the rate of a transmission, right? So here transmission rate will be controlled. So we have two types of flow control in the data link layer, feedback based and rate based, right? Now we are going towards error detection techniques. So we can add some information along with the data, right? So we may have some data and along with it we can add some redundant information based on which the receiver will be able to know whether the data is corrupted or not.
हूँ आपका दोस्त संचिता, स्वागत कर रहा हूँ नॉलेज गेट प्लेटफॉर्म पे.
You can say, suppose you have m number of data bits and you can add some r number of redundant bits, or you can say check bits, and you can send it to the receiver. So total length of a message, and suppose the total length of the message is n, it will be n plus r, right? So how this redundant bit is added? So we have three error detection techniques. First one is single parity check. Okay, so let us see what is parity. So let us consider a bit stream. So we have two types of parity, odd parity
हूँ आपका दोस्त संचिता, स्वागत कर रहा हूँ नॉलेज गेट प्लेटफॉर्म पे. एक बार जल्दी से कमेंट करके बताइए ऑडियो वीडियो सभी को एकदम क्लियर आ रही है कि नहीं. कम ऑन. आज हमारी पहली क्लास है, मेरा प्लेसमेंट होगा रील लॉन्च के ऊपर और आज जीएसएन लगाने वाले हैं आग. अगर आप लोग तैयार हैं.
And again I am having the message. Sorry. So here, if your data link layer is using odd parity, the number of ones in the message should be odd number of ones. So here we have 4 ones, that is even number of ones. So to make this odd number of ones, we can add 1 as a parity bit, right, to make it the odd parity. And if we have a message like this, we may add 1 0 to make it as odd parity bit, right? And if you want to make it this even parity bit, so here number of ones are already even, we can add 0 to prove it as a even parity bit, right? And if we have a message like this, so you can add 1 as a even parity bit. So for example, if you have this message, and uh, let us consider a message 00110011. So suppose this is a message and you are adding odd parity to transfer this data stream from sender side to receiver side. Sender will add the parity bit at the last of the data stream, right? So here number of ones are 4, that is even. So data link layer of the sender side will add 1 as a odd parity bit, right? So suppose this is a odd parity, and the data link layer will be adding a 1 as a odd parity bit and transfer this string to the receiver side. Now at the receiver side, the data stream will be checked and calculate the parity bit, right? So if both calculated and sent parity bit matches, then there is no error. Otherwise, a single bit error can be detected, right? So here suppose this data bit is sent, and in between somewhere there is some error has been occurred. So you can say 0010 and 11 and 1. And at receiver side, receiver receives this data stream, right? So here receiver will be knowing that it is using odd parity, and it will be calculating the parity bits. So it is having 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is having 4 number of ones. That means it is using even parity. Right, but sender says that no, it is using odd parity. So receiver will be knowing that there is some error. Right. So using the single parity check method, we will be able to know the single bit error only, right? If it is having 2 bits error, suppose this one is also removed and it is having only 3 number of ones, the parity will be odd. Right, and sender also saying that there is odd parity, and in this message, actually this is a message with an error, but it is having, because it is having odd parity, it will be detected as a correct message at the receiver side, and receiver will accept it. But actually it is not the correct message, right? So this method is useful to detect only a single bit error. Is it clear? Is it clear up to this point? Uh, in error control, we have discussed acknowledgement, timer, sequence number, and then in error detection technique, we have discussed single parity check, and in this we have discussed odd parity and even parity. Is it clear up to this point? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have the second method, second error detection technique, which is checksum. So in this method, let me first list down all the steps, right? So here in the checksum, this is error detection method that we know, right? So here data will be divided into the k segments, right? So here data will be divided into k segments. And at the sender side, the segments are added using ones complement arithmetic, right? So at the sender side, these segments are added using ones complement arithmetic. What a ones complement arithmetic says, if you are having the carry, you have to add that carry into whatever you are doing the sum, right? So you have to add the carry into the sum. And finally, whatever the sum is there, you have to complement the sum. Yes. So after doing the sum, you have to complement the sum. Now this sum is sent at the receiver side. So this checksum, this is the checksum, right? So this checksum is sent along the data segment. So data plus checksum is sent to the receiver, right? And at the receiver end, all the received segments are added using ones complement arithmetic. So at a receiver side, all the segments are added using ones complement arithmetic. And again, the sum at the receiver side is complemented. Right, and whatever the result is, it should be 0. All zeros, right? So let us take an example for this. Suppose I'm having, this is the sender side. Please pay attention, you will not find the example in the book, right? And you may be asked the example in the examination. So you are having some data and you are having, let me write the data first. 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 and then 0 0 1 0 0. So this is my first segment, this is my second segment, this is my third segment. 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 0. This is my third segment, and I may be having 4 different segments, right? So 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0, right? So this is fourth segment. Right? So we have divided the data into k different segments. So here we have k is equal to 4. Right? Now what we have to do? We have to add all the segments, right? So I'm writing the second segment over here, 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 and 0, and you have to simply add it, right, using ones complement arithmetic. So let me add this 1, this will be 1, this will be 0 1 1 1 1, and this will be 0 and 1, right? So this is the carry. So because you are using the ones complement arithmetic, you have to add this carry, right? So this carry will be added to this. So 1 1 10 it will be 0, 1 1 10 it will be 0. Here carry will be 1. So 1 1 1 1 1 and 0. Right. So now this is the first segment, this is the second segment, and now this is the sum of first and second segment, right? So this is sum, right? So you have to add third segment to this. Right? So let me write this third segment 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. Right? So now we have to add 0 0 10 0 1 1 1 10 0 1 1 10 0 1 1 10 11. So 1 and 1, 1 1 10 0 1 and 1. So here we are not getting the carry. So we don't have to add it to the sum, right? So this is the sum. And again you have to add the fourth segment. So I'm taking the fourth segment. 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. Now you have to add it, so it will be 0 0 1 0 0 1 0, and here we are 1 1 10, so 1 will be carry and 0. Right, so now you have to add this carry. So I'm writing 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 and 0. This carry is added over here. Right, so this is the sum. And now you have to do complement of this sum. So you will be doing ones complement. So 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 and 0. This is your checksum. Now what a sender will be doing, sender will be attaching this checksum to the data. Right? So your data along with the checksum will be sent. Right. So at the receiver side, suppose this is the receiver side. The same data segment will arrive at the receiver side along with the checksum. So let me write the checksum over here. One one zero 1 1 0 1 0. Right, this is my checksum. So the same process will be done at the receiver side. Receiver will be adding everything, so it will be adding this 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 and 1 to the second segment, which is 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0. Right. So same way you will be getting this value over here, and you will be adding one carry to the sum, and you will get the sum. Right. And the same value will be here. Right. And the third segment will be added to the sum. Right. You will get some sum. Right. So to this sum you will be adding the fourth segment, and you will get some value over here, and this carry will be added to this sum, and you will be getting a sum 0 0. The same value will be calculated over here at the receiver side. Right. Along with this you are having the checksum. Right. So you have to add the checksum to this. Right. So your checksum is 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. Right. So here do this addition. So it will be 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and 1. Right. So this is the value calculated at the receiver side, and then receiver have to complement it. So when the receiver complements this, it will be 0, all zeros. So if all zeros are there, your data is intact and correct, so there is no error. In case of error, let me consider one error. Suppose this is my data bit, right? And suppose this data bit is corrupted somewhere. So let me corrupt it somewhere. I'm writing 1 over here instead of 0, right? And what a receiver will be doing, receiver will be adding everything, right? Adding all the segments, right? So this is your homework. You have to just take a screenshot of it. This is the original data, right? It was 0 and 0, right? So you have to add some error bits. You have to change some value. Suppose this is 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 and 0, right? So consider this fourth segment and keep all the three segments same, right? And then you have to calculate the checksum at the receiver side. Sender checksum will remain same, but the receiver checksum will be different. And then you have to complement it, and you will not get all zeros. That means there is some kind of error, but you will not be able to know that at which place the error is happening, right? So this is your homework. Is it clear? checksum clear है? Is it clear, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, try to do it, right? Because ये बहुत important है. In most of the exam you will get such kind of sums, right? In the next lecture also we will be studying the CRC. CRC is also very important.